Well, good luck to our international visitors. And of course, this event simply would not be without our most honourable sponsors, the City of Moreton Bay, for helping build this exciting new event for the Moreton Bay region, and the Emergency and Risk Management Services, the ERMS, for their continued support for all Abbey events. And please give a rousing applause, of course, to all the stall holders, the living historian encampments who breathe life into this very event, with a fine compliment of our volunteers to boot. So a round of applause for one and all. And let us commence our parade, my lords, my ladies, my good merrymakers. Get the whipping boys and lash them into gear. Bring forth our reenactors. I'll go get them myself, shall I? And minstrels, commence your playing. Amongst our reenactment groups, we have the company Draco Rotiers. Established in 2015, the company depict a late medieval mercenary company campaigning across Europe. They focus on the mid to late 14th century, presenting as knights, squires, ladies, and the working class from regions such as England, France, and Germany. They specialize in a wide variety of activities from camp living to high society and nightly tournaments. Where are our company of Draco Rotiers? Very good. We're trying to find them. Show of hands. Who's our company? There we are. Fantastic. Amongst our reenactment groups, we have the Company of the Phoenix. Show of hands. Who here represents the Company of the Phoenix? Formed in 1999, based in Brisbane, the Company of the Phoenix take great pride in the research, techniques, and above all, the passion to depict some of the best living encampments, living examples of the period, ranging from 1450 to 1485. Do make sure you visit their thriving encampments comprised of pilgrims, merchants, men-at-arms, knights, archers, and brewers. For these knowledgeable folk are more than happy to educate and entertain you. We also have members of the Order of the Bear. Members of the Order of the Bear, make yourselves known. Down that way. They were established in 2021. The Order portray a 15th to 16th century travelling party of highborn nobility and their retinue desperately escaping the ravages of the plague. We also have the Affinity of Hearth and Herb, a new multi-period reenactment group. There they are. They're very excited for their mentions. And they have an aim of imparting a lived experience of medieval history using experimental archaeology, research, and reenactment. Part of their process is to participate in public events such as this one. And now, my good merrymakers, the folks you have travelled far and wide to see, we now present our teams of the Challenger Clash. First and foremost, please welcome the Knights of Albion! Clad in bold green and white tabards, welcome to the list our Knights of Albion. Hailing from Albion Park, New South Wales, and captained by Ian Hendel, this young but fearless team ended the Buhurt scene in 2023 and have already stood tall at back-to-back Australian nationals. So raise your voice for the Knights of Albion, small in number but mighty in spirit. Coming up next, none other than the Brisbane Beasts. Bearing the colours of black and red and hailing from the heart of Queensland, please make way for this relentless force of Brisbane Beasts and the Brisbane Sheasts. Founded in 2021 and captained by Colin Campbell, Harry Bradhauer and Siobhan Oxford, the Beasts have grown into a powerhouse club with both men's and women's teams known for their grit in Buhurt and 1 versus 1 combat across the nation. This year they storm the field with 5 teams ready to clash steel and muscle in a battle for the Trans-Tasman Cup. For brace yourselves, my lords and ladies and fellow merrymakers, for the beasts are unleashed. I didn't even need a microphone for that one. I felt that in my belly. Well, it looks like they're rip-roaring and ready for a battle, so let's bring forth one of their many opponents today, the Burley Griffins! Draped in blue, yellow and black and charging in from the capital, welcome the bold newcomers, Canberra's Burley Griffins! Founded in 2023 as the first Buhurt club in the ACT, the Burley Griffins had wasted no time making their mark. Led by Captain Bryce Lightbody, they've already claimed first place at the 2024 New South Wales Rookie Rumble and dominated the 3 versus 3 at the 2024 Newcastle Cup. Now they've set their eyes on the 2025 Abbeystowe Challenger Clash, ready to prove that Canberra can fight as hard as it can govern. Make some noise, for the Burley Griffins are here to brawl! And now, bearing the standards of blue and red, the reigning champions return. Make way for Team Havoc! Led by their veteran captain Mark Chenoweth, Australia's longest-running Buhurt club stormed the field in 2024, seizing first place at the Abbeystowe Challenger Clash and clinching 2nd and 3rd at the Winterfest Cup. Now they return to the Moreton Bay area, not only to defend their crown, but with the fresh fury of introducing a complement of the women's 3 versus 3 squad, the Harpies! Now, will Havoc hold the throne and help bring the Trans-Tasman Cup home? One thing is certain, the fight is on. And who will they be fighting indeed? Speaking of the Trans-Tasman Cup, it gives me great pleasure as they've been crossing the sea in black and green. Give your voices to the pride of Taupo, New Zealand, the mighty Honey Badgers! Led by the captain, Ian Hendel, these Warriors return to the 2025 Abbeystowe Challenger Clash to battle not only for glory, but for national pride. Fresh from their first place victory at the Wesleyan Hastings Cup earlier this year, the Honey Badgers are ready to bring the fight to Australian soil. So make way for our Honey Badgers! Next up, clad in bold yellow, black and grey, soaring into the arena for the first time, Raven Guard! Hailing from the central coast of New South Wales, this rising force enters the 2025 Abbeystowe Challenger Clash with sharpened steel, not literally though, and eyes set on the Trans-Tasman Cup. Led by their captain Jai Mayer Brooks, Raven Guard made their mark with a 3rd place finish in Division 2 at the 2024 Australian Nationals, and they've only grown stronger since. These Ravens aren't just surveying the battlefield, they're ready to claim it. Give it up once again for Raven Guard! And we welcome once again, returning to the list for the 2025 Abbeystowe Challenger Clash and bearing the standards of black and purple, make way for the might of Toowoomba, Tears Warriors, and for the first time, Tears Valkyries! Led by men's captain Stephen Hartfield, the Warriors charge in after claiming second place in last year's 12 versus 12 and a strong showing at the Waiora Reborn. At their side, the newly forged Tiers Valkyries enter with both the 3 vs 3 and the 5 vs 5 women's teams, commanded by their fierce captain Isabel Hoffman. Stand tall, Moreton Bay, for Tiers Warriors have returned. Moreton Bray. You hear me braying on this mic one more time, you feel free to give me a lashing. And now, coming up from the frigid plains of Victoria in striking blue and white and howling into the list, make way for the seasoned warriors of the Western Wolves. Hailing from Ballarat and surrounds, and captained by Daniel Cooper, the Wolves bring serious bite to the 2025 Abbeystowe Challenger Clash, fighting once again for honour, glory, and most of all, bragging rights. Founded in 2017, this battle-hardened pack boasts a roster of elite fighters with 4 current national titles amongst them. In 2023 alone, they claimed 3rd at the Australian Nationals and took home the Trans-Tasman Cup gold in New Zealand. So they've done it once. Can they do it again? Make some noise for the Western Wolves! Now, bearing the standards of red and gold for the women and the blue and gold for the men, make way for the fiery newcomers, the Wild Wyverns!
What's going on, Seth? Are we swapping looks now?
Hailing from the Brisbane area and captained by Mason Brown and Gabby Kennett. And the Wyverns march into the Moreton Bay Arena for the very first time. Though fresh to the Buhurt scene, they've already begun making waves. With a full men's 5 vs 5 and women's 3 vs 3 squad, they roared into action at Team Vulture's Coastal Clash in April, where the women's team leader, captain, Gabby Kennett, showcased her steel and skill in a standout sword and shield duel. So keep your eyes on the list, for the Wild Wyverns are taking flight! And last but certainly not least, it gives me great honour to present to you our co-hosts of this year's Challenger Clash, clad in white and black with a flash of red, the elite of the Sunshine Coast, the Vultures! Fan favourite we see here, with an entourage of battle-tested veterans who've flown the flag for Australia on the world stage. The Vultures return to the list with eyes sharp and steel ready. Fresh from a second-place finish in the 5 vs 5s at New Zealand's Wesley Hastings Cup, they now set the sights on the Trans-Tasman Cup, a rematch worth roaring for. So do not blink, my lords and ladies, for the Vultures have landed! And of course, ensuring the safety of all of our combatants as best as they can. Please give warm welcome to our marshals of the lists. These marshals hail from all surrounding areas and from abroad. It is their utmost duty to ensure the safety and all regulations are kept in check. And, well, no one gets carried away out of the lists under their watch. So once again, please give it up for our referees, for our marshals. And now, quite literally bringing up the rear, my good folks, please give a warm welcome to our groups who are, you would say, the finest of the Abbey's waste management services. please give warm welcome to our Abbey House troupe. The Abbey House troupe are a contingent of fine performers and entertainers and volunteers. They operate both here and at the Abbey Festival, and today they'll also be performing their Commedia dell'arte of Love and War under the big red tent at 12:30 and at 2:30 today. So my good folks here, this comprises the main parade and all of our esteemed members for the Abbeystowe Challenger Clash. Can I hear an almighty huzzah to cheer on and encourage all of our good opponents and competitors today? 1, 2, 3! That was very impressive, actually. I'd usually have to ramp you up for a second one, but that was fantastic. Well, thank you all so much for attending us for our parade. Coming up next, from 10 o'clock, we shall clear this arena and make way for the women's 3 vs 3 bouts. Woo! Thank you!
Oh, we're on.
All right, we're on. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Abbey Challenger Clash 2025. My name is Kyle, and next to me I have Sam.
What's up, dude?
How is everyone today? Hopefully everyone's tuned in the live stream. If not, share the live stream, get it around. We want max people watching.
Yeah. So we just had the parade of the fighters come through with all the teams. So everyone looks fierce, ready to go. We got Mark here from Havoc. Do you have anything to say to us right now? Pardon?
They've listed our women's team as harpies, not magpies.
So it's magpies.
Magpies.
There we go. We got a correction right there. The New South Wales team is the magpies, not the harpies. So if you see the harpies, change it. Magpies.
Magpies.
It's the maggies.
Very
love the swoop.
fearsome,
They swoop when you're not
terrible
looking. They swoop when you're not looking. And I heard it's magpie season, so that's
is magpie season.
yeah.
Ooh, I see
Oh,
that.
see that? A little double entendre.
I love it. I love it.
Here we go. But yeah, who have you got your money on today in the women's 3v3?
In the women's look, I have to say local. I think I have to say it's going to be tears. It's going to be the Valkyries.
The Valkyries, you reckon? I reckon the Sheets have got it.
Sheets have got it.
Sorry, brother. I reckon they got it in the bag, to be honest. That could be a bit of bias from me, as I'm now back with the Beast. So
Yeah. If
I have to say
there's a lot of bias between the two of us right now.
yeah.
For those that don't know, I'm one of the founding members of Tears, and
I believe I'm one of the founding members of the Beast with Colin
What a
Campbell.
coincidence.
What a coincidence. Who would have
almost
thought?
like we planned it this.
Who would have thought Queensland, two Queensland premium teams?
That's right. But yeah, no, for the women's, I don't know. I've seen what the Valkyries are doing. There's a lot of potential there. If they can get that on the field, I think they're going to be mixing it in the top 3.
I have been watching some of their videos fighting, and they are quite fast and fierce. They've got that aggression and the speed, which is really, really impressive. To see how they go against the list, against some of these fighters, teams that have been utilising the list maybe a little bit longer. I wouldn't say better, but I'd say just a little bit more time. That's about it.
I do have to say that the Brisbane Sheets, they have some huge amounts of experience.
Massive.
And that is, like, you can't put a price on experience.
No. You throw as much money as you want as armor, weapons, and even at training, but it's that EXP you need to really level up.
Yep. We're all about leveling up an EXP here. It's,
Yeah. There's a lot of nerds here that need their EXP, me included, being out for a while. But it's good to see the amount of fighters just coming from Queensland alone.
Yeah, well, we're up to 4 Queensland teams now.
That's insane.
All 4 Queensland teams are fielding a women's team.
Beautiful.
And then we've got New Zealand, Albion Park from New South Wales, Havoc from New South Wales, Burley Griffins from Canberra.
Beautiful.
And then the Western Wolves from Victoria.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this many competitors in an event for a long time.
It's really good to see, and I think one of the main things we really need to tell people if you're watching for the first time or you're not sure about Buhurt is this sport is for absolutely everyone. Like myself, I'm a short human. I'm 5'7", I'm very short, and I still fight lads that are about 6'8", 6, like they're massive, right? It doesn't matter how big you are, it does matter how fit you are, because fitness doesn't matter in this sport, but it doesn't matter how big you are, it doesn't matter how much muscle you got. You can train to be better. You don't go to the gym already good, you go to the gym to get better. So this sport is for everyone, males, females, whatever you want to be, we want you here. Like no matter what you are, we want you here. We just want you to fight.
Absolutely, and I will say that Sammy is a lot shorter than me and packs one hell of a punch. And
that's a long time ago, my friend. That's a long time ago. That's a long time. Living in the past.
It's the only place I can live.
Yeah.
But no, everyone, if you want to fight the duels or the singles,
yeah,
that's perfectly fine. That was pretty much what I specialised in.
Yeah, jeweler.
And if you want to go the other way and be into the groups, we've got everyone that caters for that. We need runners, we need
big boys on the list, small boys off the list. You can even have small boys on the list, small boys and girls on the list if you want to, but I recommend not.
Yes.
I recommend you get enough. You still got 3 positions that aren't the anchor, 2 positions that aren't the anchor. If you're not aware of the positions of Buhurt, if you're looking at the list, I'm not sure if you can see the screen. I think it's angled at the corner, but we can go off that. So if you look at the list, we've moved it up. Here we go. Fantastic. So as you can see the list, we'll just go off that sand. Where that sand is on the right-hand side of the list, the person that sticks on the list is called an anchor, or there's many words for it, but I'm just going to say anchor. So that's one position, is anchor, and then the person next to them will be called a floater. So the anchor is the fight off the list, and the floater essentially is to protect the anchor or look for that opportune moments of, get a quick takedown, get a quick hit on the enemy side. Then in the middle, we've got the center, which is I like to call the quarterback. No, not at all. But they are the harassment, the wild card, I say. Like it's pretty stock standard what the anchor or the floater are going to do. Not all the time, but at least they're going to be in that position. The center will move around. He or she will move around and create havoc and look for opportune moments to get a takedown, get a kill very quick. And then the other side of the list is exactly replicated on the side I just said, so it'll be an anchor and a floater.
You'll often hear me particularly talk about the centre being the runner. And one of the common tactics here is seeing that centre or runner break through to the opposition's line and be able to get in behind the enemy listmen or anchors and cause havoc. And that's another job of that floater there, is to provide protection to the back end, because if you're tied up on that list, you're not looking behind you all the time. You get very tunnel visioned in on who's attacking you.
Yep.
And it doesn't take much for a cannonball-sized Sammy to come flying through and take you out from behind.
Well, you don't even really have to do anything. Even if you are a floater or even an anchor that somehow slips into the back line of the enemy. I keep saying enemy. The opposition. Even if you do, you just being there and people knowing you there, that is a tactic.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to do anything, but people are going to be looking around, and as soon as you look around and turn your back on the list, someone else can get you behind. So you should be, as a rough rule of thumb, you should be scanning the field every 2 to 3 seconds.
Yep.
So you should be walking, looking. 1, 2, 3, looking. Even if you're hitting someone, bang, look around, and then hit again. Very rarely will I pop, boom, boom, 2 hits straight away. I will hit, look.
Yep.
It's more looking than hitting, as they say. Yeah, there's a lot of window shopping out in the field, but
80% looking, 20% hitting.
That's what they say. That's exactly what that's textbook. That's textbook right there.
That's right. Written in the Samurai.
Yeah, the Samurai Buhurt book actually coming out soon.
Available at all publicists.
Yeah. So do we know? Do we have a fight schedule yet? Who will be up first?
We do not have a fight schedule.
Oh dang!
So that's why I've done a okay job of memorising tabard colours.
Oh, fantastic! Fantastic.
So for those watching at home who don't know the rules, so we're doing the group fights today predominantly. So we have the 3 versus 3 women's and the 5 versus 5 men's. The reason we don't do 5 versus 5 women's in Australia at this point is just because we don't have enough fighters.
Pure numbers. If we did have that, that'd be exactly the same as the men.
Absolutely. So if you're listening at home going, I can do that, find your local team and get involved.
If you're thinking that you can do it and you're just sitting there on the couch, guess what? You can. You can Google Buhurt team close to me. You can look up the AMCF. Type into Google AMCF. There's a website. Tell your closest team. Email people. Follow people on social media. There's a guy out there with a social media called @SWRIDE. I'm not too sure who he is, but he's a bit of a nobody. He's a bit of a weapon. If you want to hit him up for information about the sport too, hit him up. But definitely get into the sport. If you're an MMA fighter, if you're a netballer, if you're a soccer player, if you like to pick flowers, this is the sport for you. No matter what you do, no matter your background, we want you here.
Absolutely.
A very veteran-heavy sport. Both of us here both served in the armed forces. You're currently still serving.
I'm still serving.
Currently serving in the armed forces. So if you're out there and you're looking for that sisterhood, brotherhood.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as what you think it would be when you get a bunch of veterans together.
Yep.
There's still that camaraderie. It's a very close environment, and it's just about having fun together.
Yeah, and it's about putting yourself in this stress, right? When you're in the combat sport, it is a stress situation, but that binds friendships together. And like it's a very veteran and emergency services. You're a fiery as well.
I am a fiery as well. I guess I haven't said it in the last 30 seconds. Yes, I am a fiery as well.
He has got some nice calendars coming out, so into that Cowboy H&B calendars. We do. We got the fighters being announced to the list.
All right, the first fighters of the day, I believe. I just heard
Sheasts.
And Valkyries.
Valkyries.
Big fight straight off the bat.
That is large. I'm not biased in this at all, but I'm going for the beast. Sheasts. Yeah. Not biased at all.
Not biased at all. Don't worry, I'm definitely not sitting here in a purple and black cover, and you're not sitting here with one with a big beast on your chest.
Fantastic. We'd love to hear it. Anyway, back to the chats. This is for absolutely everyone. Emergency service, veterans, just your baristas, your retail, anything you want to do.
Dental assistant, I think was...
oh, wow.
Yeah.
We have doctors. We have physios. They're all in the list.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful part. People do get scared from the cost. The biggest question is,
how much does
looks
it cost?
expensive.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? Everything can be expensive. Like when I first did this sport, I fought in someone else's armor that I didn't buy. He was 6'2". I'm 5'7", but I fought in huge armor for the first time, and I still had fun.
Yeah.
You slowly buy it piece by piece over time. You don't need a lump sum out.
And the cost is coming down.
Yeah.
I think total my kit was about 3,000, 3,500 Australian. Obviously, you it's like having a hobby car. You go, yep, that's working. You go, but I might just replace.
I might just put a little bit of titanium in that.
That little one. I'll get that new helmet. And we're going to talk about helmets a lot today, about different types, why people are wearing different types. But it's not cost prohibitive anymore.
No. And plus, you don't need armor straight away.
No, absolutely
You can do
not.
this sport for years and not even need armor. Soft kit training, because soft helmet, soft shield, soft swords, is 95% of the training.
Yep, and a lot of clubs these days have implemented or are implementing something called club armor, which is armor you can borrow from the club to actually see if you like it.
Exactly right. So before you buy, get an armor, get hit by your mates.
Yep.
If you love it, you'll find out pretty quick if you don't like it.
And if you don't, we also need support staff. So obviously, once we start kitting up, it's very hard to dress yourself after that. So we have squires that'll do our buckles up. Good ones will feed you red
lollies,
red frogs in the list. We have marshals who you'll see running around. One in particular, I think, is one of the craziest guys out there. He's gone internal on the Tears Fight nights inside the cage.
Who's this?
Stephen.
Oh yeah. Oh, Big Steve, the big King Bee.
Yeah. And we've got marshals, we've got squires, just general team support. As some teams have commentators and MCs and all sorts of stuff like that. And there's just something for everyone.
I probably said it about 3 times. This sport is for you. If you're not into like the pure strength and bashing people, you got sword and shield, sword and buckler, and those are all like skill at arms events where you're using your skill with a sword.
Yep.
And it's very much tapping away with your sword, fast, I guess, but you don't have to really put your body on the line to do this sport, and you're still using a real sword that are blunt.
And if you are more the MMA style or ex-Muay Thai or something like that, you might enjoy pro fights. That's what I did.
Yeah, we love that. We love a big pro fights, essentially
MMA
in armor, in a cage, ground and pound, or your jazz you want to do, punch, kicks, knees, ground and pound, throws.
Shield punches.
Yeah, everything you want to do.
And that is weight categorized when we start getting to top tier events.
Yeah, it definitely is. What is the stream? Where is this being streamed right now?
I have been wondering the same thing.
Do you know where this is being streamed?
It might be on the Join the Adventure website.
Join the Adventure?
Join the Adventure.
All right, let's get it. I'm getting it up on my phone now. Right. Join the Adventure at JTA Global. Is that the JTA Global? I'll throw it up on the socials. Live stream button right there.
Fantastic.
Awesome. All right, so if you go on to the goggles and like, oh, we're on. We're right here. Fantastic.
That's us.
JTA Global. I'll get it up on my phone now.
All right, well,
share that link.
Putting that up. So we have, so Tony mentioned before about having blunt weapons. So we do get asked how safe is this? It's fairly safe. I mean, at the end of the day, they are steel weapons. They are steel helmets. Everything weighs, everything, has the potential to injure. But these weapons are blunted, so they have a minimum thickness of blade to ensure that they can't be sharpened. The same for the axes and the same for maces, although we won't see any maces today due to Queensland laws. But they do weigh. So each weapon also has a weight spec. So that ranges out at about 3 kilos off the top of my head for an axe.
Yeah, it goes from like 2 point. It's like depending if you got a long axe or a pole arm. But a long axe, you're looking at a 2.8 to 3.3 kilos for a long axe, and then pole axe. It just goes up depending on a different type of weapon system. It has different stats, but all the stats and statistics is to make it as safe as possible, but still being a blunt weapon.
Yeah,
still
that's right. That's right. And so one of the most common injuries we get is just soft tissue injuries like bruising. Everyone will come out of here today with a bruise, but
that's for sure.
Yeah, but breaks are not terribly common.
I just came back from ankle surgery. I was fighting in the US at the start of the year, but the thing is, I didn't hurt myself from getting hit.
Yes,
I literally twisted because I got so much armor on, and I had a kind of like bad ankles before. I literally twisted and my ligament snapped.
Yep.
12 weeks ago, if anyone else, I'm fine. But
watch his surgical recovery.
Yeah, it's all on the stories. But it's honestly, the amount of injuries you get from actually weapon strikes is very minimal.
Yep.
Majority of the time is people falling down and placing their arm out. And you're wearing like an extra 30 to 40 kilos of armor, and you put your arm out and you fall over, your shoulder could pop, ligaments could get head damage. And that is the most thing. You learn how to fall safely. Like break falls, everything you learn in BJJ and mixed martial arts, you are negating a lot of those injuries straight up.
Absolutely. When I was still coaching our club quite a lot, I really focused on our break falls.
Beautiful.
Specifically for that reason. But otherwise, it's a fun sport. I've heard someone say, Dave Malloy used to always say this is safer than touch football. It is,
honestly is safer than football in general.
Yeah.
Less injuries, and you're like, oh, there's more people doing football than Buhurt. They've done the stats. The stats are in.
Yeah.
Safer than footy. It's safer than footy.
That is backed right here by Sam Ride.
I've been injured a lot. Science, people, I'm telling you. Here we go. Live stream will be on my story. It's going up now. Even though if you're watching it, you already get the live stream.
If you want to share this with your friends, and we highly recommend that. We highly recommend that you push this out to everyone you can, because it's the only way to grow the sport. And we know that this is a Buhurt international event, I believe, this year, and therefore we'll have a lot of people in Europe watching us. So hello to all of you over there, or g'day.
Yeah, namaste.
All right, so I can see a bunch of the Valkyries making their way up now with helmets, so that must mean they are coming in. And down the other side, that does look like the Sheaths.
The Sheaths are on. They're ready to fierce. Absolute fierce. Captained by Siobhan, or Shiavon. She's absolute. They got Bree. We got Bree back from Tassie, fighting for the Sheaths here. Absolute weapon. I used to train with her a lot. But yeah, formidable force on the field. What's the other team? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
The Valkyries.
Oh, Valkyries.
They're a lovely team out of Toowoomba.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Love a bit of T-bar. I worked in Toowoomba for a little bit.
You did work in Toowoomba.
I did enjoy my time. They're beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely stunning area.
Although the winters are freezing.
Oh, dude.
Like
minus
Queensland
2.
standard.
No, well, they're minus 2 degrees, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's freezing. I used to wake up and there'd be frost on my windscreen. And I'm in Queensland.
The coldest we've had on the farm, just outside Toowoomba, is -7, and we've had to crack ice on the troughs.
Really,
Yep.
do.
We've only had it once in 10 years, but it was horrible.
I'd simply pass.
Yeah.
I just came back from Melbourne. It wasn't.
But this is coming from Victoria.
Yeah. Oh God, it's cold. Oh, here we go. The Marshals are getting ready, team.
We understand that to a lot of the people in Europe that is not cold, but to us over here,
It's freezing. Yeah, it's
freezing.
It's deathly cold.
Bring back the 30-degree days.
Please, please.
All right, so the first teams for Abbeystowe Challenger Clash 2025 have been called in. So making their way in the black and red down the end there, that is the Brisbane Sheaths. a certain commentator has a bias towards them.
They're gonna crush.
Underrated.
I'm not allowed to be biased. I'm not biased at all, but they're gonna crush.
Oh, I've made a mistake. The Valkyries.
Magpies. The
Yeah,
Magpies.
Magpies. The Valkyries must be hiding at the back there. So that is the Magpies out of New South Wales. Sydney and New South Wales.
Yeah, look at that. It's gonna be a good bash. Let's just go through the helmets. We got the classic wolf ribs out there. It looks like a cage in front of the face.
Both fighters being checked now, sporting the wolf ribs.
Yeah. And essentially, the pros for that: great vision, great breathing. Cons, it's quite easy. Not quite easy, but more likely to get a little tickle from a weapon through those cages.
Absolutely. It is a very unnerving feeling when a sword tip or an axe tip brushes the side of your face wearing one of those.
And then we've got a clap visor in the center right now being checked by the marshal from the sheath. You see that? Clap visor essentially is just like a bassinet, a basic bucket with a hinge on the top, and it claps down a faceplate in front of you. So it's a German clap visor, spelled with a K.
With a K?
Yeah. I spelled it wrong on my story.
You notice on the front of the clap visor there's a bunch of holes, so that is purely to provide ventilation and heat relief, whereas the wolf group, as you can see, looks like a soup strainer.
Also, with the holes in the clap visor, just like my helmet, I got a Sugarloaf. It looks like a clap visor, but doesn't have a hinge. You can use those holes to look at people's feet without looking down. Same with the wolf rib, we've got gaps everywhere. But if you get bigger holes, I've grinded out huge crosses in my helmet so I can see more people's feet, which is really cool.
Using a historical grinder.
Yeah.
Not a Makita.
Nope, not a Makita. Here we go. Fight's on.
First fight of the day.
2 pole axes on the sheets, which is great. Hopefully they swing down, and we got a buckler and axe.
And
on the
I'm just
list.
trying to see up here with the Magpies. 3 axes, 1 with a buckler.
Beautiful. Well, good cut.
Oh no, early takedown there. Magpie down to the ground.
Nice. She's boom. 3v1 victory.
Yeah.
That was quick. I think 41 actually tripped.
I think so.
I think 41 actually tripped. That's all right. It's very frustrating, but very common.
We've all done that.
We've all done it.
As you see on the ground there, though, we're fighting outdoors today. It is normally a jousting list here, and that there are some uneven pockets inside that sand there. So when you're not looking at your feet, it's very easy just to trip over. And if you're not used to walking with the sabatons on, or foot armour, for those that don't know,
your toes can punch the ground.
Exactly, they can.
I've done that a lot. I did it last tournament. I fell over from my sabaton hitting the ground. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, with the triangle points on some of these, they will dig in, and then that's it. You're going for a ride.
Very fast round from the beast. Sheaths, sorry. God, how dare I?
How dare you?
I know, but they know what I'm talking about. They're absolute weapons. But same with the Magpies. We had a bit of a slip over at the start. We'll see how this second round goes.
Absolutely. There was one change out there, I believe, for the Sheaths.
Oh, yeah, we got Bree back in the centre. I think Siobhan stepped out. Yeah, Siobhan stepped out, I believe. I could be wrong. You know what? Maybe I won't stick the names. But
that is something that we were just talking about earlier, about how with so many new fighters inside the clubs, it's amazing. But we don't know everyone's name like we used to. We get to say, oh, in such and such armour, that's Bill. Bill's armour still stands out. You can always tell him.
Yeah, the trash night.
Yeah. Some garbage cans.
Yeah. Some tins just riveted together.
But you used to be able to really pick it out, and with so many people coming in, which is what we want, it's not until someone takes the helmet off we can go, oh, that's such and such. So, we are just looking Magpie fighter here, getting new gauntlets by the look of it.
Beautiful.
Seems like we've had a quick armament swap out.
Quick loadout change.
Yeah.
Quick loadout.
Nothing like a quick mission.
Yeah. She got some kill streaks, and then she's got a new loadout. All right. The sheaths are ready.
No, you're all much smarter than I thought.
All right, so the marshal there pulling that new fighter in to ensure that all the buckle straps are done.
Safety first, team.
Yep. And you'll see a lot of that through the weekend. And potentially some interesting ones where marshals have to reinstate someone to a position, which we'll touch on after this round. But here we go.
2 pole axes for them. Sheaths. That's all you want to see.
Nice even load up from the Sheaths.
Good.
Magpies.
Oh, good swing from 48.
She's managed.
Oh, nice.
Good. And there we go. Can they get number 2 down there from the beast?
Good swings. Good swings from Bree with the 2-handed axe. Absolutely great swings. This is a good fight, as you can see. Oh, we got, is that Rowe out and they're trying to get a head rip down the far left? Boom.
I think we just had a magpie to go down.
Two magpies down.
Two magpies down.
Very good round, Shees. Very good round.
Very well done.
Both well fought by both teams. Great work.
I'm just having a look at our night marshal talking to one of the sheaths, trying to see what he was saying. He was pointing to her knee, so she might have a loose strap on her knee. But yeah, no, great round from the sheaths there.
Excellent work. Excellent. Love to see great work from the Magpies.
All right, so that will be Magpies coming out because we played to the best of three. Fight to the best of three. And so that is
a victory to the Sheaths. Yeah, yep. Two rounds means you win the game. So if it goes, you win one, the other team wins one, then you got to fight a third.
Yep.
But if you win two in a row, that's it. That's done.
Yeah.
That's done.
So now let's see if we can see who is sitting up behind at the moment.
Looks like we have
of our Brisbane fighters, the Brisbane Sheaths, and of course, the Magpies.
Great work, Magpies. Great work, Maggies. Great work.
Is that the wild Wavens down the back there?
Yeah. Yep. The colourful ones coming in.
Yeah,
the wild Wavens. Do they have a different name, or are they?
No. I think they are the wild Wavens.
Jackson, bring 'em back.
From Logan in Queensland.
Oh, beautiful. I think Havoc's fighting. I mean, the Magpies are fighting again.
Are they fighting again?
Yeah. Double up. It happens, team.
It does happen.
They get 5 minutes break. They do get 5 minutes break.
Wild Wavens making their way in now in the very colourful toe art down there.
Oh, we got the Tier Warriors in. The
Valkyrie.
Valkyries are in.
Well, I mean, you know, they're both Queensland teams, but I think we know who I'm going to be supporting here.
Yeah.
No bias.
No, God, no.
So Wild Wavens, this is their first Abbeystowe. They're a very new team. I think they've only been existing for...
under a year?
I want to say under a year,
Yeah. That's all right. Toowoomba, the T-Bar, the Valkyries, they seem strong, fierce. We love to see it. Like, I'm also biased against, I guess, T-Bar as well, because, you know, I worked up there with years. I've trained with you guys, I fought with you, with your team. So, yeah, very excited to see how the Valkyries go against the Wyverns.
And a massive mix of helmets here. So, obviously, down there with the Wavens, we have...
That armet, the caged armet.
Yep.
I don't even know what that's called. I'm sure there'll be someone like, you on a trucker.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got it wrong.
Yeah.
You'll see that in this painting here. It says this.
Yeah. We've got a spaghetti strainer that Stephen's checking right now. There's also another name for that.
Yes.
They call it
the Fetellini.
Yeah. It's the penne strainer. And then we've got a barboot. Blacked out barboot, which is pretty cool. I nearly swore.
I was about to say, it might even be your old barboot. I'm not 100% sure.
Is it? Oh, no, that's not my one.
It's not your one?
Not my one.
Because you did
I had a barboot
for a little bit.
I had one with a titanium chain, and then it didn't fit me.
Yeah, okay.
Go, Tiz.
And then after that is an armet that nearly killed me. It has since been improved and fixed.
Beautiful. And then the wild Wyverns all got their wolf ribs. I don't want to say. I don't say they're ugly. They're ugly. Wolf ribs are ugly.
They are ugly.
I'm sure the people underneath are not. Oh, here we go. Fights on. Valkyrie's going in strong on the list. Pushing down. They're
trying to isolate one fighter and push that floater off there.
Their center's moved around. Great work. Turning the back of their center.
All right, okay, it looks like that centre is managing to lay in up the back there.
Good, yeah. Good push.
Oh, that was nearly a fall on her own feet there, but she's managed to stay up.
Really good strikes from the Wyverns here. We got number 11 from the Valkyries, wailing away with a one-handed axe.
Yep, and she's doing a great job keeping the pressure off that centre.
She's taken two people off to the side, which is great.
The centre though really needs to get behind, and if she can get that axe, she can get that axe over that helmet there and pull her down.
She's a whale into their ribs. Yeah, keep cracking. So the centre is doing a great job laying targets. When you're swinging an axe, you want to hit ribs or stomach.
All right, so now here we go. Can we get the pull? Can we get? Wasn't able to land it, but that is
one Valkyrie down.
One Valkyrie down. So it's now a 3 versus 2.
Excellent work. We got a bit of a cluster on the rail here, which is good. It happens. Both wrestling teams
We have one.
This is where the Wild Wyverns need to take advantage of their 2v3 situation and focus. Two people need to focus on one and just divert the other person's attention away.
Yeah, the one at the back there with the blue collar on their helmet really needs to break off and come around the other side.
Yeah.
Because
The Valkyrie's got a good head rip. Got a good head rip down. Good.
and that was one of the Valkyries managed to slip out there.
Oh, beautiful Sotogari.
That's 2 down. It's a 2v1.
2v1. Really nice Sotogari from the Valkyrie. Now it's a 2v1 situation.
Now this is where, can she use those bodies behind her and go for the big push and make it a 1v1? You only get one chance at this.
Exactly. If she can tire them out so much for the next round, that is still an appropriate tactic to just stay up as long as you can, so your fighters that have fought get that rest.
Yeah, and that is something that you know, really plays in, especially if you don't have many reserves or sub. To tire out.
Great work by the Wyverns, tying her down. They're just slowly inching her down, which is really good.
She's pushing back up, and
nice
looks like
work.
she's trying to push back to her.
Really good work by the gals here. She's staying up, the Valkyrie's staying up. Nice, and then she's down. We got a knee.
Yeah.
Great fight.
Very well done. I've never seen fights go this long, like in a 3v3.
That's good. That's good. A grapple heavy situation, which is good.
So we brushed on earlier what the marshals are looking for here. So a 3 points of contact with the ground is a fighter out. So,
and that could be if you're still got 2 feet on the ground but your hand touches the ground, you're still out. Yeah. So knee touches the ground, hand touches the ground, your shield touches the ground, but you can still prod yourself up with your weapon.
Yes.
If you've got a sword tip, even though I don't recommend it, you can stick your sword in the ground and use it as a walking stick. If you've got a 2-handed axe, you can use your axe as a walking stick, and it does not count as 3 points contact to the ground.
Absolutely. And then we do have some other rules for safety, so there's no thrusting with the weapons. And there is no behind the knee shots and no groin shots.
No groin shots, no back of the neck shots.
Yes.
Bit of deliberation. You can do side of the neck shots. Side of the neck is fine.
Yep.
Front of the knee is fine, and side of the knee are legal shots, just not behind the knee.
Yep.
No feet shots. Cannot hit the feet
out.
It is hard though. If you bring your feet up to like tie check, right?
Yeah.
And you get hit, if you hit their foot, that's still technically an illegal shot.
Well, that's something funny you bring up there. So a lot of people would be thinking, surely you can't tie check in this armour. But if depending on your style of fight, you absolutely can.
100% can.
You're a lot more mobile than you think.
Yeah. And also, like, a tie check could be the difference between checking a axe. Look, it's hard because you could check an axe. Oh, here we go. Fight's on. Don't worry about me. The Wyverns and the Valkyries are on. Here we go.
All right. So one Wyvern sitting back.
Nice. And that's what the centers need to be doing.
Yeah.
They need to be feeling each other out, waiting for the rails to get there.
Oh, great work by the Valkyrie there, playing a little and then pulling off to try and help a friend. So she's looking around to see who she can assist, but there's no one that she feels.
Yes,
There we
good.
go.
Nice.
All right, now we're at 3 versus 2. Can the Valkyries capitalize on it? They should be able to. They are a very good team.
Very good attempt. Out.
Yep.
2v2.
So down to a 2v2.
Very good throw by the Wyvern.
Yeah.
Very nice. She threw that leg over the hip, boss.
The Wyverns are doing a fantastic job here. Lovely slip out there.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, nice. Now it's just a 1v1 battle. 1v1 battle to get that advantage. The only thing is, now that it's a 2v2, it will go to a 2v1.
Yeah.
Unless there's a suicide. Suicide is when 2 people go down.
So what I used to look for when I was tied up in this situation is a way just to break free and run across the list.
100%. 100%.
So that I can then come in and support my fighter, because my style of fighting by myself, I was never that great at taking people down.
You got to run around. I get it, baby. I get it.
And we're seeing a bit of that there. That's number 11 from the Valkyries laying into the back there. One of the Wyverns.
Yeah, she needs to grab that head that's already down and rip it down.
Yep.
Oh, good. She's trying to go for the throw.
I think
that's 2v1. 2v1.
2v1. And yeah, that is to the Wyverns.
Here we go. It's still anyone's game. That's good. Now she's in the corner. This is a tricky situation. That is a large human. These two Wyverns have to get down, and she's in the corner.
So really from here, if I was number 11 right now, I'd be sitting there going, okay, I need to pick a moment and explode out of this.
Use that body behind, do a push.
Yep.
Really good by the Wild Wyverns. Great work. Is this their first tournament? I think it's their first big tour.
It's their first international, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so she has got an axe lock behind number 11's head. Beautiful. Number 11.
Nice punch there.
But lovely buckler style.
Yeah, we like to see it. We do love to see it.
Oh,
nice. That's a victory to the Wyverns.
Well done trip there.
Great work, team.
So that is game, set, and match to the Wyverns.
Yeah, really good.
So if I'm right, though, that is 1 to the Sheets and 1 to the Wyverns.
Fantastic. We love to see it. It is warm. They are in the sun, and I was out there not in armour before, and I was sweating up a treat.
Yep.
So it is warm out there. You put some armour on. You're in your own little personal sauna.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons we try our best not to fight in summer over here, is that
every day is summer in Queensland.
Absolutely. Where else but Queensland?
Exactly right.
Let's bring that back.
I'm back. Yeah. All right, who we got next? We don't know. We actually don't know.
I'm looking around.
Let's see what we got, team.
We'll be bringing on the Vultures.
Oh, the Vultures.
I used to fight for Vultures.
Did you used to fight for?
I did. I used to fight for... I started with Havoc, and then I started fighting with Vultures.
Fantastic. All right. We are starting to see some comments come through on the live stream. So if you want a comment, throw them up on the live stream, and we will answer them as best we can.
Oh, thanks, Jack. Thanks for the commentary. Love to see you there, T-Warriors.
Love it, Brendan.
T-Warriors, good one to see. I'm not fighting this tournament. I just had someone message me say, am I fighting? I'm not fighting this tournament. Just had my ankle surgery about 12 weeks ago. But yeah, I'm just cruising. A rest year for me this year. But here we go. We got the Vultures versus the Magpies. Two birds of prey.
I thought you were going to go 2 birds, 1 stone. I thought there's a dad joke.
Damn, that would have been good. Can we cut that out? We play that.
We'll edit that. Just post edit.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh,
that's a great one, isn't it? I don't know. It just comes to me
Mate,
sometimes.
Just mint.
It just comes to me sometimes.
All right, so we did just get an update from our lovely technical guys that we will lose some of the comments off the screen as they cycle out. So if Sam and I get focused in on the fight and don't see them, post it up again. We will check them after every bout, as long as we remember.
And if you want to say them again, say them again.
Yeah.
Just type them up again.
Yes, we'll reply to everything we can. So the Magpies, once again, from Sydney coming in. This will be their second fight of the morning.
Go Maggies.
And then the Vultures. So one of the Vultures, Jess, you will hear on the mic with me later on. Her and her husband founded the club. Founded the Sunshine Coast
Vultures. No, they definitely did. Paul and Jess have been a huge part of the Buhurt community. They are one of the reasons why Buhurt is big in this country. So, you know, they've done a lot of hard work. They've both fought internationally. Paul is an absolute weapon with the poleaxe. A menace, you know, like very scary.
My very first Abbey, he hit me in the spine and I was like, oh, I can't use my legs anymore.
Yeah. Paul has broken both my thumbs. I blocked an axe shot and he broke both my thumbs me blocking it. So Paul is an absolute weapon. Jess has also fought internationally and we're in. Here we go. Back into the fight.
So for those at home, Vultures in the white and black, Magpies in the red and blue. That is Jess coming in there with the axe straight to the back of the... Oh, and good 48. Move there by the Magpie.
Good hits. Really good hits by 48.
Yeah, really unsettling Jess there a little bit.
Guys, keep going, 48. Keep ripping them. Keep ripping those shots.
So on the back there, we've got 41 and 41.
Oh. 82 fighting in there.
Yeah, match made in heaven.
Awesome strong. Seriously, I'm very impressed with 48's axe swings. Absolutely having it.
There we go.
Now dragged it down.
We are now a 2v2.
A double takedown
there.
Yeah, we'd love to see that. Lovely head drag by Jess.
So Jess really picking her...
A stumble. We had a stumble. It happens.
Happens to the best of us.
They call that a Bluetooth takedown.
A Bluetooth
takedown? Yeah, that's a takedown done by Bluetooth. But yeah, perfect. We got 2v1 situation. Like I said, I would be staying up as long as I could just to tire them out. They're in the sun.
Yep.
Oh, good wrap up. Good wrap up by the Maggie.
It really was. It looks like 41 here is just trying to position that Magpie.
Yeah. No, great work.
There we go.
We're going down. Great work. Sometimes it's safer to take a knee. If you got someone with a poleaxe looking at you, no. I don't want to get spined. And
that's right.
And I'm probably more valuable to my team up than broken.
And that's the thing. Sometimes you need to go, you know what? Taking a knee here is the appropriate call.
100%.
Because, you know, if you're taken out for that weekend.
Yeah, exactly right.
So let's have a look over at our comments, see if we've got anything thrown up here.
A striking bronze sculpture. That's a good comment.
That's awesome. Oh no, they're going to do audio descriptions, recordings of us.
Dang. Thanks, Jack. Your comments come out like 6 times, so every time I see it, I say glad to hear Sam. I was like, thanks, Jack. Really appreciate that, dude. Great work, Vultures. Great work, Vultures.
To monitor the condition of their arms and armor.
All right, so we got a bit of a breather here. Eddie's hot. Like, I'm feeling the heat coming off.
Well, actually, it's funny you say that. Whilst,
oh, here, Derbs. I'll be there, but I banned. Oh, here we go.
Well,
Derbs will be back. Derbs will be, when it comes back around.
When it comes back around, well, I'm going to be unprofessional and just see what the actual forecast is for the day up here, because I think
it's 19.7,
and it's going to be at 24 degrees.
Oh, that's actually quite balmy.
It is,
as they say.
But I can't find the feels like. The feels like we'll be up there.
Feels hot. I'd be there, but I was banned due to being an absolute weapon. Derbs, I actually believe that. I actually believe that, Derbs. If you weren't aware, Derbs and I fought maybe 2 years ago. We fought before then, but we're 1v1, and he hit me straight in the cup. And every time...
I think I remember seeing that.
I post it up frequently, so just letting you know, Derbs, I'll never forget. Never forget. Derbs is from Western Australia. Berserkers.
Yes.
Berserkers, if you're in Western Australia, go check them out. Absolute lovely bunch of lad and ladettes.
If I remember rightly, they were here last year.
Yeah.
I think they were.
I think they were. They were, actually. I do remember that. And if they weren't, then I'm just lying.
I was pretty sure they were, and they...
Oh, here we go.
Like a crazy drive across the country.
And we're on.
Again.
Gals are on. That's it. The center needs to spin around. Yeah. Neutralize that axe. Oh, nice, Jess. Good. In the ribs. Good. Oh, yeah. You want to tie up those two-handed axes as quick as you can.
Yeah, you really, really do.
Oh, yeah. Good work, Jess. That's it. Rip it down.
So one thing that we haven't talked about is it's very easy to slide off someone's helmet. You think you're doing really, really well, then all of a sudden you hit a friction point, you come sliding off that helmet.
100%. Good head drag by Jess as well.
Down, so we're now at 3 versus 2 to the Vultures.
Nice. In the face.
It looked like 36 from the Vultures there. Took a bit of pain out of that scrum for a minute there. And
get the armpit, Jess. Good swings. Magpie staying up. Great to see it.
Absolutely. So there we go. 36 in inserting himself into that situation, managing to break it from a 2 versus 2 to a 1 versus 1.
Yeah, the Vultures all need to gang up on that person on the right-hand side. Oh, here we go, Jessica.
Just got the helmet. Can she get the rip?
Nice.
She's close.
Yes.
And this is what we're saying. She slips straight off.
Oh, I'm straight off. Because you're not allowed to grab the helmet. One of the rules, you're not allowed to finger the helmet. You're not allowed to grab that.
Yeah. So just mentioning there, Jess running away to get her weapon. So Marshall's sitting down.
Why not?
I'm assuming.
And didn't grab the and reach for the weapon, maybe?
Yep.
There are specific rules about reaching for spare weapons, but we'll get onto that after the fight. So we've got a 2v2 situation with the Vultures and the Magpies.
Yep. Having a look to see.
There we go.
I think there was a martial intervention for a couple of seconds there just because everyone came off, but we're all back in. So 36 from the Vultures and 47 from...
Nice. Oh, Simo takedown. Yeah.
All right. Well, now it is last lady standing.
Here we go.
The Vulture looks like she's getting position.
She's in a dominant position, that's for sure. Vulture, but, you know, you can flip that around quite easy. She overcompensates, doesn't rip, falls through.
Absolutely. So she's got the leg inserted. She's ready to go for that throw, but she just can't get the hip to pop.
She needs to pull the hip off the list. Look at me being a backseat driver here.
Hey.
But no, both. Yes, just give her back to the weapon. Probably not super legal, but that's right. Just punch her in the head. Punch her in the head.
There we go. Slip off now. Can 52 get her arm around the back of the Vulture?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. She's got 2 grips on her axe.
So now, once again, one of the options
Here we go.
we have here is the Vulture could go for the explosion and use those bodies as a trip, but it looks like...
The Magpie's in the dominant position here with the headlock.
Yep. Sorry, I meant the Magpie, not the Vulture.
That's all right. That's all right. 2 birds, 1 stone. Yes, excellent work.
The
Absolute grit and determination from the Maggies. We love to see it. We love to see it. Everyone fought like an absolute weapon. I was going to say the F word.
Yeah. No, we're a PG stream, or we try to be.
The F word would have been fantastic.
Fantastic.
That's
what other F word could there be?
No idea.
But we can only use fantastic 5 times.
Yeah. What a fantastic throw.
Oh no, 4 more left.
All right, team. All right. I think is that 1-1 or is that?
I think that is 1-1.
That's 1-1.
Stephen, just clarifying. So Stephen in the black and
Bumblebee.
Yeah. So he is the Night Marshal. He is the overall controlling marshal of the event. So he was just explaining to Paul, I believe, why he pulled up the Vulture's fighter. It looked like it was
reaching for the weapon.
Yeah.
Because there's strict rules on how to swap weapons over. Because if you have one of your, say, teammate support reaching over to get a weapon,
Yep.
very easy for a stray axe to hit an unarmored arm,
Yeah.
shatter that wrist. So there needs to be strict rules on how you pass the weapons to negate serious injuries.
And we should point out as well why it's so important. Can you explain why it's so important that you have a weapon? Because you cannot
fight in this sport without a weapon. A lot of people say, oh, I could just box my way in. Well, guess what, mate? Do boxing.
Yeah.
Because this sport is about holding weapons, about fighting with weapons. If you drop your weapon, you cannot pick it up. You must run back to your designated side. It's like there's 2 bits of tape on the side. You must get your weapon from there. No one can hand it to you. Your team must place it on top of the rail or the list, and then you can grab it. And that's why we have strict rules with weapons. Otherwise, it's just, what's the point of having weapons?
Absolutely.
It's a weapon sport, right? We want to fight with weapons. We want to have weapon skill. And even people say, oh, I wish I had 2 shields. Like, yeah, well, that defeats the purpose.
Yeah. So what we should point out with that is that you cannot fight back.
Sorry. The rules are if you don't have a weapon, your only thing, you cannot do any offensive movement. You can only move back to your side to grab a weapon.
Yep.
So if someone can wail on you, 100%.
Absolutely.
I can hit you as much. If you don't have a weapon, I can bash you as much as I can. But all I can do is walk over to the side and get a weapon.
Yeah. And one of the things here is if you're running and you get hit by someone else running in this sport and you're both kitted up, it's extra 40 kilos.
Yeah.
You are going to go down.
Yeah, here we go. We're back on round 3.
All right, this is the decider. Can Vultures manage to get on top of the Magpies?
Well, the centers are doing a good center thing. They're sitting back waiting for an advantage, waiting for the opportune moment. But I think Jess is going to close the distance.
That is seriously the mark of experience in this. Not getting drawn into a fight. I was always drawn into a fight.
Yeah. Always loves a fisticuff.
Yeah.
Here we go. 10's trying to rip down. 10's getting a nice head rip down.
I think that is Jess. She's tied up.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Nearly got the leg around.
All right. Great work there from a Vulture that broke free. Managing to... There we go. Lovely axe slide off there. 36 from the Vultures going. Can she get a hand around the back there? No, she cannot. They've just broken off into another pair.
48's doing some swings. When you're swinging at someone, you want to get them in the ribs or the side of the back, what you want to do.
And for those watching at home, you will know when they feel it through that armour, when their entire body language changes. There we go. Lovely takedown by 43.
It is now 2 versus 3 in favor of the Vulture.
So can 43 take down 41? It looks like she's going for the rip, just sliding off there.
I think she's trying to use the body, try to push her over it.
Yeah. And that is a Vulture down, so now we're
2v2. We've got 2v2 situation right here.
And we're now down to 2v1, 2 Vultures, 1 Magpie. Can the Magpie pull it out of the bag?
That's it. Stay up.
Oh, she's pushing for the body and
Nice. Good victory from the Vultures. Great work.
man, the level of competition this year is just
Fantastic.
it is
Astronomical.
getting so
Great to
much,
see it. We love to see it.
so much better, so much more skill involved in what we.
Mate, the sport's evolving. People are getting better. People are learning more. People are actively searching for more information online. It's great.
Bring on Mark O'Connor.
Yeah.
I want to have his babies.
We'll get him on. And his babies.
And of course, let our successful Team Vulture know your appreciation.
All right, looks like the sheets are on.
All right, and who have we got kidding up over on your side?
I'll stand up and have a look.
Have a look.
Actually, you make a very good point. I have not heard nearly enough huzzahs on this field today.
I'm unsure as it's time.
Unsure at this time.
No, that's not good enough. That is simply not
All right, we're going to see a.
Maybe the Wild Wyverns. Yeah, I don't want to broadcast this, but it could be a little bit of animosity between the two clubs, the Wild Wyverns and the Shees, which is fine. Bit of healthy competition.
Could there be a bit of healthy competition?
Yeah, we like that.
It's
not. It's T-Warriors.
Not. It is Valkyries.
Still also a lot of friendly competition.
There's a lot of friendly competition there.
Yeah.
It, actually, useless fact, I'm a vulture. Technically.
Technically, yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly right. Well, technically used to be both used to be vultures as well.
Yeah.
But here we go.
All right, so I'm going to use
I'm going for obviously Shees, and you're obviously going for
Valkyries.
the Valkyries.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it? We should swap on the next one, and I'll go for B.
Yeah, all right. Let's do it. They're doing their pre-checks, getting in the list, making sure everyone's got their chin guard up, their groin protector on, and yeah, making sure the back of the neck is covered. The check behind the back of the neck is making sure they got plates covering the spine from the helmet to the body armor. That is what they're checking.
And it's a very big thing these days. It's coming where everyone has Simon's, or a lot of people have Simon straps. So you'll see on the back of helmets a leather strap coming out the back and rolling down to the plates. So that is tying it on to hold that aventail down. And
the helmet, so if you get a nice head rip, your helmet doesn't fly off. It's attached to your armor.
And it was, I shouldn't say fairly common, but it was common enough where we used to see a helmet come off at least once a tournament.
Well, the Simon strap was invented from a guy called Simon that had his helmet ripped off and injured. But anyway, we're straight back on with the bees.
Straight back into it.
Oh, Siobhan's going for the center chase around. We love to see it.
And it is good work by the...
boom!
Fantastic work.
Massive head rip down.
That is a big takedown.
That was massive. That was massive.
Valkyrie's doing a great job here, not biased.
No. That was an amazing takedown by the Valkyries.
Doing what a centre should do.
Exactly. They both had great movement coming into it.
Yep.
Here we go, 2v1.
We've got a 2v1 and a 1v1. It looks... Oh, if that Valkyrie doesn't get up... Oh, there we go.
There we go.
3 versus 1 to the Valkyrie.
Great work, great fight. Excellent, fast movement at the start.
Wow, there we go. I was thinking there that... I'm not sure what number that Valkyrie is, but the one in the middle was going to go down. She was getting wound down closer and closer, and the slip was...
Yeah.
I felt like it was going to come, but that was some great work.
I love it. We love to see a fast-paced start to the fight.
But we will see that at some point they will see a charge out at the beginning.
Yeah, I love to see a bit of movement.
Yeah,
you know me. I love a bit of movement in the team. Would you like a piece of chewing gum?
I would love it.
No, please go ahead. Sorry, I should have offered that before.
Would you like a caffeine pouch?
I would not. I will get a coffee later on. I can't wait to go walk around the market. Anyway, if you haven't been to the Abbeystowe Festival before, it is amazing. Yep. There's vendors here. You can buy all your medieval knickknacks. God, that sounds old, doesn't it?
It does.
You can buy...
Do they have paddy whack as well?
They got jousting, they got archery, they got medieval vendors, food, wine, mead. They got... do they have mead here?
I will be finding out.
I can only assume they would have mead.
She's literally got a strap under her nose.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go. We got a strap.
Sorry, just listening there to the marshal. So we have
Someone's got a strap under the nose, I heard.
They do. So we have an extra mic down here so we can pick up a little bit of audio from the marshals. So one of the fighters had a strap under her nose. Obviously...
Not the best situation to be in.
No. I mean, it's a great way if you want to break your nose.
Yeah.
But
And we don't want that.
We do not. But yes, so at the Abbey they have everything. Different encampments. I'm not sure who's out there. I came up the back road this morning. It'd be lovely to walk around there at lunchtime and see who's out there. We have entertainment though. I know the...
Oh, the reenactors are out in force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And food. There's always so much food.
I'm hungry thinking about it. Here we go.
All right.
Sheets are on.
Can Valkyries make this a clean sweep? All right. Valkyrie's taking it to the sheets. Oh,
yes,
no.
Here we go.
She's dropped.
Jump.
Oh. All right. Night Marshal pulling that up. Yep. She was handed the weapon. She didn't pick it up.
Oh, boom.
So that will be a common theme this weekend, I believe.
Yes, number 2.
Big two-handed strike. I think that's Bree.
Surely. Hit her in the back, Bree. Swing on it. I shouldn't be. Everyone play a good game. Nice.
There we go.
3v1 Sitch.
So we are going to a third round.
That's what we like to see. Great work. So yeah, we got a Valkyrie down just due to that weapon. You can't hand a weapon to anyone. It's got to be flat on the top of the list, people.
Yep. And you'll notice the marshals zoom in on that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say we're going to see it again.
Yeah, we'll make sure after this. Hopefully the rest of the fighters are watching that and picking that up.
I will quickly have a look through our comments as they cycle up.
Yep, Derbs, weapon. Here we go. The gal's getting back for battle. All right, nice and warm. It's warm, but it's nice. It is nice.
It is nice, but we are sitting under a lovely shaded tent.
It is nice under here.
Yeah.
It is very nice, but it's still warm, you know?
It will be a spicy day for those in armour by the end of it. No new comments up yet.
All right, let's hear our huzzas as they
All right, so here we go. The third and final round. This should be the decider. Nice leg kick from number 11 to start us off there.
We have one of our outlying Valkyries.
That's it, Bree.
Swing on the side, but the Brisbane Sheevies are also watching.
All right, centre. Oh, Bree is trying her best to tie her up, but she cannot.
Nice, good. Oh, no.
Great slip out there by the Valkyrie. She's
just ragdoll. Nice work, Bree. Use that axe, Bree. Swing. There we go. Hit her in the ribs. Yeah, good. Nice.
Yeah.
Great work. It's a win to the beast. The Shees. The Shees.
The big win to the Shees.
Big win to the Shees. Sorry, Shees.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to get so used to saying it that when the beast come out,
I'm going to call them the Shees.
Yeah.
Screw it. Great work. Toowoomba, great work. The Valkyries, great fight. Excellent first round. And yeah, she's come away with a win. We love to see it. 2 Queensland teams absolutely representing the state to the highest degree, and we love to see it.
Absolutely, and that's something we should point out to everyone at home. If you do get into this sport, there is plenty of chance to go overseas and represent Australia.
Yeah, definitely. You can travel around the world and hit the locals with weapons, which is really fun.
Yeah.
There's tournaments in Finland, Germany, Poland, America, all over the place, and you don't need to be top level, right? You can bring your local club can travel internationally, and to World Cups, you need to win the national leagues. But for all the other tournaments internationally, you can just get your team, sign up, and there you are. You're on it.
Or you can be mercenary. You might be hand-picked, cherry-picked
100%,
by a certain team, and they take you overseas.
I've done that. I was a merc for the Pale Horses in America this year. It was great. So you can literally just offer yourself up for a blade for hire, as they say.
Blade for hire.
Yeah, Mercenary. Buhurt Mercenary. What a great brand, actually. I actually have sell hoodies and T-shirts. Buhurt Mercenary. Who would have thought?
I would be interested in one of those.
Yeah, well, go check it out. Go S-Ride. There's a link in my bio.
Oh, fair.
SWRIDE. Instagram.
I am also after someone to do like a new fitness program for me.
Oh, that's funny you say that. It's actually super funny you say that. If you're looking for a fitness plan, if you are a Buhurt fighter, a mum, a dad, if you're skinny, if you're overweight, if you are black, white, anything, this program will be for you. My parents that are 60 years old do it. I got elite level Buhurt fighters, MMA fighters doing my fitness program. Hit me up in my DMs at SRIDE, SWRIDE. But also remember, this is the Abbeystowe. This is about the Abbey. It's not about me.
Absolutely.
So here we go. We got the Vultures coming in versus the Wild Wyverns.
All right, Wild Wyverns down the back once again. 2 Queensland teams up against each other. Now, this is where we say experience could be a very big deciding factor here. So the Vultures have been around for, I think, 3 years now in their current form.
Well, they've been around for decades. But
For decades, but in their current form as the Sunshine Coast Vultures.
Yeah. Well, I guess the Vultures they just move spots. I reckon. So they're just a decade. They're just a weapon. Queensland, one of the Origidige, one of the Havocs, and the Vultures. One of the Origidige. I reckon. Here we go. Straight into it. Wild Wyverns versus the Vultures.
All right, that looks like Jess out on the outside there.
Jess doing a great job picking the centre off.
Not really changing the meaningful blows. It's just
Yeah, she's just
yeah,
little tap.
trying to.
we got a
Vulture down already. I'm going to say trying to come in and assist. But there we go, 3 versus 1. Wow. I would not have thought that.
Oh, 3v1. That's the Wild Wyverns. Sorry, I didn't see that.
That is absolutely amazing. Sorry,
Great work, Wyverns. Yeah, so yeah, great work, Wyverns.
I would not have picked that at all.
No, that's all right. Well, they fought very well in their last fight. They did fight very well in their last fight.
That is a testament to the training they've been doing and putting in.
Oh, yeah. We love to see it.
That is one of the greatest, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but that is one of the greatest hats I've seen down the back there, behind the Wild Wyverns.
Which one?
The lovely blue.
Oh, yeah, the pointed hat?
Yeah, the lovely blue cone. I love that. I want that hat. There we go. Absolutely right there. I want that hat. That looks amazing. Well, that's actually something the MC pointed out just down here is hydrating our fighters. So you'll see when we start getting closer to lunchtime. So here in Australia right now, it's on the East Coast, at least it's 10 minutes to 11. As we start getting closer to that 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, people will be taking their helmets off or trying to suck as much water through the gaps as they can.
Water and minerals.
Yep. And it becomes a big thing here. So it's when you're fighting multiple fights a day, you're staying in armour for pretty much the entire day other than your helmet. You lose so much sweat you just do not know. And here we go, we're back into it. Wyverns sitting very tight in on that list there.
Yeah. They push past through. It's a perfect opportunity.
Well, I'm just waiting to see. They're going to manage to isolate. It looks like they have. So we've got a 2v1 for the Vultures with the Wyvern. And sadly, Vulture, I think number 40 there, just couldn't...
slipped off the top of the helm there.
Yeah, couldn't land it.
Here we go.
I think that is Jess right up there at the back with number 5 from the Wyverns pushing down on her.
Yeah, good head rip. She slipped out. Great work. Starts swinging. Here we go. Yeah, good shield block by the Wild Wyverns. Wyverns. Oh. So we're pronouncing Wyverns. It's pronounced Wyverns.
Wyverns.
There we go. Thank you, Kat, for... And also, Kat, how are you? It's good to see you. Wyverns. Y and then a Vern.
All right.
Oh, dang. We got Vulture down.
Got a Vulture down.
The Wyverns are killing it.
Absolutely. Are we... Oh no. 2v1. Oh, hang on. What's the...
Oh.
And
he just said Wyverns.
He just said Wyverns.
Who knows what it is, but it's Wyverns.
Wyverns. I'm going to go with Wyverns now.
Wyverns.
Wyvern. Why?
That's a win?
1, 2,
Yep.
That's a win for the Wyverns.
Wow.
Great work, Wyverns.
Fantastic.
Great work. Excellent fighting. Really good to see this team come up and start punching. I love it.
It really is.
Really good head rips.
What I've just looked as well. I haven't noticed this. The crowd started to fill out.
Oh, dang, I didn't realise.
Yeah. There's like an extra couple of stands full now.
Beautiful. We love to see it.
For those that are at home right now and in Queensland, or want to make the trip up from Tweed, come up here tomorrow. watch it.
I'm actually been staying in Tweed the last 3 weeks.
Have you?
Yeah, Samantha's mum lives there. So I've been I travel up from Tweed. So Tweed's lovely. So come on up.
Lovely place.
Really nice.
Yeah, come on up tomorrow. We'll have more of this. We'll have the finals, the all-v-all.
Oh yeah, and the 12s. The finals,
And
the 12s, 12v12s.
So what we should say is that 5v5 is the smallest international competition. It goes up to 150 on 150.
You can go to, which is happening at the IMCF, which I shouldn't mention in the Buhurt International Tournament. Sorry about that, Buhurt International. But there is a 150 going on the world titles in America this year. Someone did write Blood for the Blood God in Warhammer. It is a massive Warhammer community.
There's a lot of D&D as well.
A lot of D&D, so you're welcome. Warhammer nerds, D&D nerds, you're all welcome here. I, myself, am a Warhammer nerd, so I do love my 40k. Big shout out to Gap Games.
I'm a D&D nerd.
Oh, love that. Love that.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you want 21% off all your Warhammer good needs, check out Gap Games.
Here for the Abbeystowe.
Yeah. Anyway, the Abbeystowe. Anyway, come down, check it out, check the live stream out. Come down, get yourself some medieval little trinkets.
Yeah.
The markets.
Cool. Come and find Sam and I and say, hey, you
Come
guys
say
are good on the stream, or
Come say hi.
Find
Let
someone
us know if you want to join the sport.
actually, that is a great one you brought up there. If you have an interest in this, come down and just say g'day.
Just talk to anyone. Say, look, I want to get into it. Someone will say, all right, here's this, here's that. Come down, talk to anyone.
We have a spare microphone next to us and some headphones. We'll get straight into
We're
it.
straight into it. But yeah,
It's a great place, and what we should say is everyone here is really friendly. So if you want to hold an axe or hold a helmet, or
I'm not too sure if you're allowed to hold weapons.
no, you can't hold weapons.
You can't hold weapons, but helmets are completely fine.
Shields are fine.
Shields are fine. You can hold just because of our insurance.
Yes.
We cannot give other people weapons, but helmets completely fine.
Yeah. And all that sort of stuff. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have Valkyries making their way in, and the Magpies.
Maggies are on.
So Maggie's so far, if I'm they've won both.
Have you been writing it down?
I have been, but
Yeah, I saw you write it. I was like, dang, I didn't. Anyway, everyone's doing a great job.
but I haven't been doing it very dutifully. So
That's
I
okay.
would-
It's okay. The marshals are in charge of that situation. We're just here to make sure everyone is having fun. I will maybe ask one of the marshals for a quick update on that point. I'll be back.
Absolutely fine. So as they're coming in, just getting checked over, the marshals are cycling in and out. And so we have the lovely Tears Valkyries at the back there. This will be a hard fight for them. As hardcore as I am in loving the Valkyries, this will be a hard fight for them because the Magpies have been absolutely coming out swinging. And this will be, I think, the third fight for both teams today. So we might start to see that fatigue come into play. All right, so we're waiting on the last fighter to have their check now by the look of that. And then we will be good to go. We'll be down the Night Marshal's orders. So what we should say is the Night Marshal is Stephen. So Night Marshal is just another term for the head marshal for an event. Alright. Alright, looks like we are close to starters' orders. Captain's issuing out final tactics. And interesting, the Valkyries have all pushed over to the opposite side of the list. Now this might see two people break down the side. Well, they've been drawn in, so we've now got no Valkyries on the list. Looks like they're shepherding the Magpies into the corner. I can't actually tell who the runner was now. And so we're back into it. So everyone has now fallen back onto the list. It was a really interesting start there. All right, so we one Valkyrie and one Magpie down. So we've broken off into our own 1v1 now. Another Magpie down, so it is a 2v1. There we go. Santa doing some great work. Massive hit. So first round there to the Valkyries.
Out of the arena, the victory goes to the Valkyries.
All right. So just having a look to see, it looks like we are having a change out here. One of the Magpies tapping out. Looks like lovely fighting weather. Love the mixed terrain. Something to consider in the fight. It absolutely is. Every once in a while, we'll fight indoors on concrete or timber or something like that, and it changes it hugely. All right, so I believe that was one change out for Valkyries as well. Valkyries, I don't know if it looks like they're stacking to go that same tactic again, where they're all going to come down the opposite side. It could just be, yeah, another it could just be another way that they're stacking it to really open up and use the entire list. All right, so we are in. We have one of the Magpies managed to get around the back, and an early takedown there by the Valkyries. Massive hit from number 2, and there we go. Wow, 2 takedowns by fighter 2. Lovely work early on. I don't even think the other's got the swinging weapon.
I love that. That was amazing. Short, but that was most certainly very sweet, was it not?
That was amazing work there by the Valkyries, showing what they're truly capable of. All right, so who have we got up next? Let's have a look.
My word, I forgot
And I'm back.
And he's back.
I'm back.
You've been here the whole time.
Been here the whole time. Having a break. I got naughty cornered. Nah.
Got yellow carded for saying fantastic.
Fantastic too many times.
Can't
Here we
say
go.
it. Can't say it. All right, so so it looks like Valkyries are out for a little bit. So I'm not quite sure who we've got coming out now. Ah, there we go. The Wyverns, now that we know how to say it.
Wyverns are out. The Wyverns are out.
And who is coming down on the other side? Hello at home. Make sure you come down tomorrow and say good day.
Come check out the Abbeystowe tomorrow. Come and just have a good time. Eat some food, watch some fights.
Yeah.
Watch some jousting. Is it jousting on?
No, I don't think we ever got jousting.
No jousting?
No jousting.
Not this time, team.
At the Abbey on the 11th to 13th of July, however, I believe they have jousting in this very spot. We will also be kicking around here at some point during that.
Yeah, no.
So I said the Wyverns, but they've disappeared again, and I'm wondering if they're seeking a bit of shade just until the other team is ready.
That makes sense.
So this is a true test.
Wonder if I should go
after a brief
get the
respite
crowd into
of
joining
10 minutes. So take this time now, get your refreshments. Perhaps someone could bring.
All right, Sammy's off on another mission. He's questing.
Herald here, since I'm showing.
I like to go.
All right, so Sammy is heading out to go on a quest.
No, I just don't want this. Oh, hey, Harold, can I speak? Is that all right? All right, everybody, welcome to the Buhurt International event at the Abbeystowe. If you want to get into this sport, you can. It's absolutely for everybody. You don't need to be an MMA professional. You don't even need to be even that physically fit, because you go to the gym to get better. You don't already go there good. If you want to join up to start fighting in Buhurt, look up the AMCF website. It's literally AMCF. You can go in there, you can look on your closest club to where you live, and you can start training. You don't need armor, you don't need anything. You have a towel, a good attitude. My name is Samuel Ride. I'm the Vice President of AMCF. That doesn't really mean much in the sport, but I am also a fighter who's traveled the world and fought with everyone here. So please, this community is for absolutely everybody. We don't care what you look like, what you do in your spare time. We want you to fight, and that is all we want you to do. Get fit, have a good community. This is a very heavy, veteran-orientated sport as well. Emergency services, as everything like that. It is for everybody. You can be a barista, you can sell clothes, you don't even have to have a job. Please come on down, join us, have a good time. We want you here. If you want to join this sport, remember AMCF, find your local club, or just come over and have a chat to us. I'll be floating around later on. My name is Samuel Ride. Give us a chat. thank you for coming. There'll be more fights going on. The New Zealanders are going to fight the Australians too. The old Anzac spirit. Let's hope we can get away with the win. But thank you so much. See you here for the rest of the day. And most importantly, stay early.
All right, so
Oh, is that on? There we go.
wrong one. I'm not technologically advanced to adapt. All right. All right, so Sammy was just doing the lovely plug out there.
I think we're having a break.